What is up, everybody? Snaggle J back with a brand new episode of our NHL 21 franchise. If you guys missed the initial video, you might want to click on the card in the upper right hand corner. It'll explain what we're doing here. That way, you have a general understanding of the switches we've made and kind of where we're going with this. So you're not lost when you start wondering, well, who's that big ship's wheel logo team? I don't know who that is. Who are the Saskatoon Stallions? Watch the video in the upper right hand corner. You'll figure it out. We explained it all in our little introductory video. So now we are ready to get rolling. So here's the thing. So let's set a couple of expectations, first of all, with the squad. So we, again, have inherited the Islanders roster, which, of course, comes with the problems of inheriting the Islanders roster, most of which revolve around two things. Number one, we don't have a whole lot of cap space. Now, you may think, well, you can see just over there, it does say you have $8 million, but the problem is that Barzal's an RFA, Pulak's an RFA. We've got some pricey long-term deals here as well. I mean, you look like Brock Nelson's got like 6 years, Anders Lee's got like 7 years. We've got some long-term high price commitments that we are going to have to some way negotiate around as we get going here, because again, Barzal's going to get expensive, Pulak's going to get expensive. Jean-Gabriel Pageau makes like $5 million for like the next 7 years. Like, it's absolutely just not good. We got Cal Clutterbuck down here as a 78 overall, making $3.5 million. Again, we may end up having to buy somebody out to try to get out of one of these bad contracts. Now, again, we are going to lose somebody in the expansion draft, which we're going to get to in a minute. But my thinking is that Seattle probably won't take one of our big high pricey contracts. We may leave some of them available, but we will see what happens. The other issue is that we have nothing for draft picks. Like nothing. We don't have a first or second rounder this year. We don't have a first or second rounder next year either. And that is something we're going to try to rectify. I really want to try to get into the first round this year. I would really like to try to get Byfield, but we're going to see what we can do. You cannot trade until the draft actually starts. So we're going to have to try to get into that. So let's do first things first. Let's get into advancing to the expansion draft, which means we're going to have to pick a protection list. Salary cap for the upcoming season, $81.5 million. So let's go to protection list. All right, so obviously we're going to protect Barzal. And we're going to get our young guys in here first. First of all, let's go to goalies. We're going to protect Varlamov. I know. I think the reason why I added Garrett Sparks was because I needed an extra goalie to fill out the roster. So Varlamov, I mean, here's the thing, right? We have two options with the expansion draft: 8 skaters and a goalie, or 7 forwards, 3 defensemen, and a goalie. Obviously, we're going to go the 7 forwards, 3 defensemen, and a goalie, because obviously we're going to want to protect 11 players and not 9. Varlamov makes the most sense. Hopefully we can get a young prospect goalie type that we can kind of add to the rotation here. But Varlamov is going to have to be the guy we're going to have to protect for now. We have to protect the goalie. This is the thing, right? There's no options there. We have to protect the goalie. And I think, again, Gibson's 27, Coral's 28. Seems kind of weird to waste a spot protecting them. We're not going to protect Sparks. He was just kind of there as filler anyway. So let's go back to our skaters now. So obviously we're going to protect Barzal. That's a no-brainer. Pulak's a no-brainer. Beauvillier's a no-brainer to me. Pellick is a no-brainer. Dal Cole's going to be one of those guys who's going to kind of be on the fence. We're going to see. Hosang is a no-brainer as well. I think I like what he brings. So that leaves us with one more defenseman that we can protect. So who else we got for D-men here? Well, obviously, I think we're going to protect Nick Leddy. Maybe makes the most sense here. He's our elite big guy, 29 years old, kind of our captain, so to speak. Could end up being the first captain. Who knows? So yeah, I think that makes the most sense. I wouldn't worry if I lost Boychuk or Mayfield or Hickey. Not sure why we have Hickey twice. We'll have to fix that up. I am kind of worried about Schmaltz, but I don't think they'll take him. There'll be a lot of good defensive options. So now we got to go look at forwards. So we've got Barzal and Beauvillier so far, right? And Ho-Sang. Okay. So see, here's where we get into protecting guys. Again, we don't have anybody with a no movement, which was good. $5 million, 5 years for Bailey. We'll probably keep him around. I think we're probably going to protect Brock Nelson as well. 6 years, $6 million, but he's only 28. He's one of our top 6 guys. Probably going to be our second line center, more likely, with Barzal centering the first line. So that makes sense. Eberle, I mean, Jordan Eberle is Jordan Eberle. He's a under contract for 5 years. We could leave him unprotected and see if they take him, but my thing is I like having Eberle. He could be, I mean, yeah. Eberle and Barzal paired together on that top line. With Bailey, you get two-way forward, playmaker, sniper. That could be a super elite top line for us. Anders Lee, I'm going to leave unprotected, mainly because I would like them to take that $49 million that he's owed, but I'm not really going to get my hopes up because I don't think they're going to take him. Pajot, he's only 27, which I like. He is going to be, I think he's restricted or he's an FA altogether. But coming off a 26-goal season, only 27 years old, probably worth protecting as our last forward. Because at the end of Pajot, we got Cizikas, Komarov. I think Dalcol ends up being the guy that they want to take. So, because he's always the guy that I look at whenever I run through expansion drafts. And my thing is he the kind of guy that I'd want to keep? He is the kind of guy I want to keep. So we do that. So then we end up losing probably Pajot or Cizikas. But we're already 3 centers deep with Barzal, Nelson, and Beauvillier. So if we lose Pajot or Cizikas, it's not the end of the world. So I think that's probably the best way to go. We're going to protect Barzal, Pulak, Varlamov, Beauvillier, Pelech, Ho-Sang, Leddy, Bailey, Nelson, Eberle, Dalcol. I feel pretty good about that, actually. Here's a look at the lottery results. We don't have a lottery pick. Detroit stays 1. Minnesota moves up from 9 to 2. New Jersey moves up from 7 to 3. Ottawa falls from 2nd and 4th to 4th and 6th. Seattle, the expansion Seattle team, goes from 3 to 5. And then we've got, again, Ottawa. We got LA, Anaheim, Buffalo, Winnipeg, Rangers, Nashville, Quebec, Carolina, Edmonton. Again, I'm hoping to target something in the 5, 6, 7 range that we can trade up for. Let's send the expansion draft, see what we get. Oh, they took Garrett Sparks, which is perfect. That works out nicely for us because we don't lose a forward. We lose a guy that we had on the team just to make the roster compliant. Yes. Worked out exactly the way I wanted it to, which is perfect. All right, so let's go review draft class. So we'll do a few interviews here because if we do, so we got, obviously we're not going to get Lafreniere. They got some creative guys in here. There's Stutzel, Ponomarev. There's Byfield. Let's see what we get out of him. We don't have a whole lot of scouting on him, which is kind of a problem. So let's chat about his play style because we currently have him down as a grinder, which is probably not good. Strong forward. So we're going to get power forward out of him, which is good. You ready to play in the league, son? He's ready to make an impact right now. I kind of like these interview things, like especially I find it super helpful if you weren't able to fully scout a guy and you want to figure out, hey, like, you know, what your play style is, you know, what kind of personality do you have, I find it interesting in that regard. Again, we didn't have a whole lot of scouting, obviously, with it just starting out. So we had Byfield as a grinder. Obviously, that's not the case. He's a power forward. So we kind of get that locked in. That helps us out a little bit. So he's a power forward, passionate personality, NHL ready. Central Scouting has him 8th. So that kind of helps us out. And again, we get that power forward in there with the Fog of War all the way fully scouted, which is nice. Who else would we want to consider moving up for? Lucas Raymond might be someone. Again, we're kind of, if we're going to move up, Lucas Raymond could be a guy that we're interested in. Again, we're pretty deep at center, which is not the end of the world. Shot is my best asset. I like to use as much as possible. So his playing style, sniper, which we seem to have a few of already. So maybe that's not going to be the way we're gonna go, but we'll see. More than happy to discuss type of person I am. How would you describe your personality? I like the personalities. Obviously, morale does play a big factor. So he's got that passionate type, same as Byfield did. I like asking them what their weakness is because, again, he's probably going to say defensive, back checking, physicality. Makes sense, right? He's a little bit undersized sniper. That makes perfect sense to me. Weakness is physical. Weakness, strength, great hair. So he's a sniper. We got one more that we can do. Cole Perfetti. He's got franchise potential, but I don't think that actually checks out. Again, we have no scouting on him at all. We have no scouting on him at all. Now, he went 10th in the draft in real life. But we could do Holtz. Again, winger may be more important for us. Yeah, let's do Holtz. And see. I think Holtz might be the better option here. Play style. Oh yeah, I didn't mean to click readiness. I meant to click play style. Mistakes were made. Commented both ends, so he's going to be a two-way forward. So I'm okay with. Is he going to have like lackadaisical? Or was it lazy? Not lazy. Laid back? Thanks for speaking to us, man. I wish you could do these more often. Like 3 of them doesn't seem like a lot. I understand for the purpose of the game they have to limit it a little bit. So Holtz, he's two-way forward. He's got pro release, playmaking ability, weaknesses none. Similar style, Marcus Naslund. Dang. All right, so we'll see. So again, here's the problem: is that we're going to need to trade up to get any of these guys, right? Because we don't have a first or second round pick. But I would like to get one of these guys, if at all humanly possible. All right, so our draft interviews are done. Pro Scouts calling. All right, let's go edit our trade block. I mean, we don't want to trade Leo Komarov or Sasikas. I mean, we could trade all of these guys. We have 2 Thomas Hickeys. That's kind of a problem. That's what we like to call Chris screwed up. Are they both? I like how they have different things here. We'll just bury one of them in the minors and never ever use it. Let him be in the minors. That's what you call Chris making a boo-boo. Although, when I copied over the roster, he must have also been in the minors, which is problematic. Oh, yeah, we were looking at our trading block, right? Which I can no longer get to now. Which is fine. All right, so let's go to the draft. And we're going to quickly try to make a move. Now, we cannot pause because we are not on the clock. So I want to find a trade. So guys, let's see who guys we're willing to move. I would be willing to move Wahlstrom. I'm just not super high on him. I mean, I kind of am, but he's 5'11", he's 20 years old, he's a sniper. First rounder from a couple years ago. I mean, maybe we keep him. Obviously, Josh Bailey's our first line winger. But you see, again, when we look at draft picks, we have no first or second rounder this year. We do have a first rounder next year, but no second. And then we have a first and second the year after that. So again, for us jumping up into the first round this year, it's gonna be tough. It's not gonna be easy. I'm thinking, and again, the problem is that we want to get the guy that we want. So let's look at Ottawa and see what we might have that they're interested in. So they would want Wahlstrom. We could do Bodie Wild, although I don't know if that's going to be enough for us to get it done. So if we do a third next year, and do they have any interest in picks a couple years now? No way. Trade rejected. Yeah, I can see that. What else do they have that they might be interested in? Ooh, Kiefer Bellows, who I could live without. That's not going to get it done at all. I don't really want to get into the whole, well, let's add it in. Again, I really, really want to get into the first round, and I'm willing to overpay to do it. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of assets to give up, and the Ottawa still not interested. Yeah, because I mean, here's the thing, right? You're talking 6th pick, so let's try that maybe on a lower pick. Actually, let's do this. Maybe. Okay, we're gonna have to. Now, here's the downside: is that if LA picks, it will kick me back to the draft screen, which I just despise. I forgot we had Noah Dobson. I don't really want to trade Wahlstrom, but let's put Bodie Wild out there and see what we can get. Quick on the mute button there, folks. Oh crap! What did I do? Oh, they picked. Obviously, they take Lafreniere. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. That's kind of the downside. Once teams start picking, so we're again just like in real life, we're kind of on the clock here. If we don't start looking at what we're doing, I wonder if I could get into the latter half of the first round and then give us some assets to trade with. We can get some seconds. Who else were we interested in moving before? Bellows, maybe? I mean, I kind of like Bodie Wild. 2nd and 3rd. Halverson in a 4th, 2nd, 3rd. That's all we're getting, eh? Nobody really wants Kiefer Bellows, and I don't blame them. See, I kind of like Bodie Wild is the thing, but we do have a lot of defensemen. Who else do we have that we could move? I mean, I don't really want to trade one of my top guys. I wonder if anybody would offer us anything for Anders Lee. Halackamania, running wild. I don't even hate the idea of trading Anders Lee for a second rounder and a 5th rounder to get out of that contract. Let's not think about that just yet. See, I just don't think we're going to be able to make this happen. That's kind of where I'm at. Okay, let's see. So Minnesota's on the clock. I wonder if we'd have any luck going back a couple to Anaheim. Anaheim is a conservative buyer. See, interesting. I know we're running kind of long, but I kind of expected this video to go a bit long because we knew we were going to try to make some deals. And you guys know me. I don't give you guys that edited, here's the result thing. I like you guys seeing almost live stream-esque kind of what I'm thinking and what's going through my head when I'm trying to make these deals. Bodie Wild is one of our top 4 guys that has trade value. We're going to have Dobson, Pulak, Leddy, and then we're kind of screwed after that. We got Pellick down there, but he's not really trade value wise. Anaheim can't make a trade. Oh, we have a pick. Schwartz. Okay, we're going to have to look at trading Wahlstrom, and that's not going to be fun, but let's see what it gives us. If it gets us into the first round, Senyshyn. 26th overall in the first round. See, I'm thinking if we could get into the first round and then we could make a better deal. We need a first round asset first. Vlasic Pickles. If we could get into the first... Ooh, Peyton Krebs. Heck, maybe we just take him. Okay, the Caps get us into the first round and gets us Phoenix Copley, which I could probably live without. Nashville's given us a second. So who's giving us a first on the top half? Rado. Okay, let's see if we can add another piece. No trades found. Yikes. That's not good. Nobody will want Anders leave. No one's going to give us... Oh, okay, so we can get a first rounder. What is... We're going to have to be careful here because we are going to get a pick. We could get Tomasino. We only have 3 out of 4 scouting on him, though. We're not taking Marc-Andre Fleury. Get the heck out of here. Okay, I don't like this. We got a minute left before the Devils pick. I know. We're kind of grasping at straws here. I want to trade up so bad, but I just don't... Hey, we kept Dal Cole? Do we dangle him out there and see if somebody... The Jets are the only team to offer us a trade for those two? Why? I like getting rid of Mayfield also. Mayfield might serve a need for somebody. 14th from the Leafs. That would put us in business. The Leafs will give us 16. A pick. Mironov. Okay, we got this now. I'm going to hate to trade Wahlstrom, but you know what? I feel like it's the right move. Not that I don't like Wahlstrom. I just feel like we could do better. Who else did we have? I don't remember who the other guy we had in there was. Mayfield, our 7th defenseman. All right. So Carolina's going to give us 14th overall and a 6th rounder for our 2 years ago first rounder, Oliver Wahlstrom and Mayfield. It's an aggressive trade, but we're doing it. Now, here's the thing. Now we need to figure out how to trade up for one of these picks, right? Because we want to be able to get the guy that we want. Let's go to LA first. This is not going to come cheap. I'm thinking like, does that get us close? Okay, let's see. We throw future second in there maybe. Of course not. Okay, so we got first, third. What about our third this year? Still doesn't get it done. Crap. I don't want to go future first. That's a lot. What if we give them a couple seconds? Don't pick, don't pick, don't pick, don't pick, don't pick, don't pick. There we go. All right. So we move up to 7. All right. We moved up to 7. So here's what we did, just to recap. We traded Oliver Wahlstrom, Scott Mayfield to Carolina for the 14th pick, which was Toronto's, and a 6th rounder next year. Then we traded that 14th, a 3rd rounder in 2021, and then our 2022 and 2023 second rounders. So we can move up to 7. All right, Ottawa is on the clock. Ottawa takes Stützle, just like real life. Seattle's first ever pick, they take Ponomarev. Vesey, now we're up. All right, so now we have our pick of whoever we want. So we've got Caden Drake, Quentin Byfield, Lucas Raymond, Alexander Holtz. We don't really need a center. But like power forward, 6'4", 214. Really hard not to take Byfield here, I think. I don't hate the idea of Lucas Raymond. Another sniper type, but 5'10". Listen, we gave up a lot to get to this pick, so we're gonna take the best available player, which obviously is Cole Perfetti. No, I'm kidding. It's gonna be interesting to see what he ends up looking like, though, potential wise. No, we're taking Byfield. Byfield is the guy. Byfield is the guy. So let's sim to our next pick. I do want to see. Actually, let's go back. How much time do we have in this round? 3 minutes still? Good. I want to go back and see what other people did. So Drake went next. Obviously, you guys know the no faces are created players. So Lucas Raymond ends up going to Calgary at 9. Holtz goes to Winnipeg at 10. Cole Perfetti goes to the Rangers at 11. Lundell goes to the Predators at 12. Vorobiev goes 13 to Quebec. Rossi goes 14 to LA, which is the pick that we traded them. Volkov, Stranges, Zari, Galician, Wallander. Jamie Drysdale goes to Columbus at 20. Caden Gooley goes to Philadelphia at 24. Shirkov, O'Rourke, Tarasov, Rochette, Poirier. All right. So let's make our pick here. Let's see what's available. Probably nobody that we have scouted very well. James Hardy. I want to see any tendies. Any tendies? Probably too early to be sniping a. Do we gamble with a franchise tendy? He currently has elite. But will he be a franchise tendy? Probably not. We only have 2. But you know what? I'm nothing if not a gambler. I want to see if there's been any more trades, actually. There has been. Oh, several. Let's see. Let's see if there's any big ones. So Buffalo ends up trading their 9th to Calgary. And Calgary ended up taking who? Holtz? No. Raymond. So Calgary trades up to 9 to get Raymond. They give up the 20th and a second rounder next year. Buffalo then traded 20 to Columbus for the 22nd and Kivlenix. San Jose traded 36 for 41 and a 5th rounder. Carolina got Brad Hunt and the 2021 4th rounder for the 55th pick. Detroit got a 3rd in 2021 and a 4th rounder in 2020 from Seattle, so Seattle could pick 57th. And then San Jose traded 58. Detroit acquired 63. Quebec got Sam Gagner and a 3rd rounder for the 77th pick. So just pick trading. Nothing major. No major deals. Nothing like we're up to. Oh, I don't want to trade for this pick. Sorry, I wanted to sim. We're going to finish out the draft here and wrap up this little video. Little, I say little. We're pushing 30 minutes now. All right, let's see who's around. Charles Baudouin. Scout recommends him. We don't have a whole lot of scouting on him, but they got that star. We're going to trust the scouts. Oh, Penguins made a trade? Andrew Shaw and Ryan Carpenter for the 112th pick. Interesting. Sim options. 157. Alfred Barkland, 6'2", 201, defenseman. Scout recommends. Scout recommend anybody else? Barkland, Busby. Scout recommends a few people. We'll go with Barkland though. Yeah, it's really hard in this first. It's really hard in this first draft when you don't have a chance to do the scouting yourself. And again, how much scouting are you really going to do on a guy who's getting picked in the 150s? Probably not a whole lot. We have any more scout recommendations? We do. Bjorg Vikholm, Bolshakov, Kearns, or Cairns. I mean, I'm taking the Norwegian just because that's how I like to live my life. Oh, Bolshakov's not recommended anymore? Oh, he is. He wasn't. He still is. Oh, man. A Ukrainian goalie? No. We'll go Bolshakov. All right. Finish out the draft. All right. So we made some wheels and deals. We end up getting Quinton Byfield 7th. After coming into it without a first or a second rounder. So we'll take that for what it's worth. Anyway, that's going to end out this video. Again, if you liked it, make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up button. I know it's a little long, but some of these franchise videos can get to be a bit long sometimes. So next video, we will have the re-signing phase. We've got the rest of the offseason coming up. It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button as hard as you can. And until next time, peace.